Why do you think it's hard? I look at numbers and it's not happening often, but I'm wondering why this is not happening more often. Is it sort of like almost a must for this to be external?
No, so I've seen companies that have done this, and if you think about like maybe not the best example, but there was a great community around HashiCorp and all the stuff that
Hmm.
happened there. That was a very vibrant community, and I don't see it as only a support community. Or Docker. Docker has an incredible community, and especially when it was in like 2015, that was very vibrant. It still is very vibrant, but if you think about when Docker was first coming out, and another one that I like to point to is like GitLab. That is a
Hmm.
very vibrant community, and it has its own quirks, and it's uh,
Yeah,
it's
true.
got
But like
ways.
a lot of this could be sort of that those companies, they may have, I think if you build something as big as GitLab or as big as GitHub or as big as HashiCorp, the community of users of that particular product is so big that the pockets can emerge.
Mhm.
I'd argue that this could be the case where pockets emerge of folks who are just interested in, I don't know, building on terraforms. I think, right? That's the thing behind, connected to
Exactly.
HashiCorp or stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like you or folks who are just DevOps, oriented, I guess,
Yeah.
that built
But
there.
if you think about it, I think that it was very clear from the strategy of these companies that community was going to be a vital part of their go to market. And so going back to the question of like why isn't this more common? I would say and I would argue that it takes a certain breed to fully commit to community because it's so fuzzy on the metrics. It is so unclear on the attribution of revenue. And it's also such a long game. You can't create a community, especially a developer community, and expect to be able to just sell into that community. The
Yeah.
developers are going to sniff that out right away, and then you're not going to have any goodwill, and you're not going to have anything that makes a developer want to invest time and resources into sustaining that community.